Top of the morning to you, and you're welcome to Dominion Sport, where we talk all things sport right here. This is Dominion Television, your channel of choice. This wonderful morning, we'll be taking a dive straight into the MPFL showdown over the weekend. Still giving you reactions because we got updates from Kano Pillars game, where it's still happening, and we are wondering when will situations like this end when it comes to football, most especially in Nigeria. Also, we're going to take a dive straight into the world of basketball, like we said yesterday. Also, we got the update from the world of tennis. We'll be giving you updates from the Premier League, also giving you major leagues across the world. The German Bundesliga, the Serie A, the Spanish La Liga. We'll be giving you updates in the Premier League. Definitely, we'll be taking a dive straight into the story with Gift Orban, with the altercation with his fans after the game against AC Milan. All this and more on the show this wonderful morning. I am Paul Abe Toduwanime, and I'm not alone in the studio. I have Sanuruddin Alimi joining me to talk sports right here on the go. Top of the morning to you, Sanuruddin, and how are you feeling? What should we expect this wonderful morning?
Good morning, Toluwanime. Good morning, viewers. It's nice to be back here again. You should expect loads and more from what you said. He said, and much more to dissect. So you've spoken about the basketball side. Yes, we have news from the NBA playoffs that started over the weekend. We have the Premier League and the top 5 leagues in Europe review to talk about. Bayern won the league on Sunday, and we have to talk about the events that led up to that. Coventry are back in the Premier League. Those are the things and loads more we have to talk about and dissect. There's news from Formula One. There's tennis. The absentees from the current Madrid Open that started yesterday. Who's going to win? Who's going to remain? Who's going to lead the top rankings going to Roland Garros next month? So that and more we have here to dissect with you guys.
All right, a wonderful morning once again. We have loads of action packed up for you. But let me inform you that over the weekend, we got a report in Kano that Kano Pillars fans came to the pre-match meeting with a cutlass threatening the officials. Now, a fan ran onto the pitch just before the second half and slapped the referee hard, causing him to fall on the ground, causing the second half delay for almost 30 minutes. Now, this is a clear footage. I don't know if you can have the footage. There you have it, of the referee after being hit by a fan during the Kano Pillars versus River United play. This is a repeated offense by Kano Pillars fans, and we are wondering where's all this leading to. Now, it looks like the 3-point deduction is not working. It looks like deducting 3 goals is not working. What strict measures do you think we need to put in place to avoid such, horrendous incidents like this, from happening?
Before we came on, when we were talking about this, I said it seems there can't seem to be a match day week or a match weekend, and we don't have an issue from the MPFL or any of the footballing leagues in Nigeria for fan violence, fan trouble, or just anything. I don't seem to understand the rationale behind that, and I don't think the sanctions from previous occasions this season seem to help Kano Pillars and their fans, because you were deducted 3 points and very close to the relegation battle, and the players are fighting on the pitch for their lives to get the team, to put the team back on the map. And there are some miscreants in the crowd trying to bring the team down. It's sad. So maybe I think they need to increase the sanctions. 3 points didn't work earlier. Maybe banning them completely on
well, maybe
automatic relegation.
So maybe that works.
Maybe when you don't get to see your team in the top flights, maybe it's going to put some senses into those fans and say violence is not the way. And for the love of God, the performance or the results as at that point when they attacked the referee was still 0-0. They didn't score a goal up until the 80th minute, and I don't think any decision even warranted
any of this.
Because going to the pre-match with cutlass to scare the referee is barbaric. I don't understand.
Honestly.
And we are in the new age now, and we want TV broadcast and exposure for our league. Is this what the fans want us to project to the world and say we're a violent-based league? That's not what we want. So I think they need to increase the sanctions, maybe automatically relegate any team that their fans disrupt the game. Either knowingly or unknowingly, or any way, just relegate them immediately and deduct their points and sanction them heavily. Maybe that would put some sense in them. Because 3 points have been deducted earlier this season and they've been fined. They worked so hard to get back, to get the fans back into the stadium to support them. The players are fighting for their life on the pitch. Kano Pillars 3 or 4 months ago were in the relegation battle. Now they look like they will be able to get out of it. So I don't understand. Maybe the fans had other way of expressing their love for the club, which I think that's not right. they need to find a solution to it as soon as possible.
I agree with you because without that solution, I think we are still going to be in the hole of maybe 3 point deduction, 3 goal deduction, and also having fans not come to the pitch, to watch their beautiful club play.
And for them now, it is a repeat offense in the same footballing season. I think the sanction is going to come heavier this time around. Maybe 6 points this time around, and that would. They are 45 points right now.
And definitely that will drop them down.
That will drop them to the bottom of the MPFL because no team has less than 40 points right now in the league. So if any deduction comes to Kano Pillars at this crucial stage of the season, I think their season is over and they are going back to the NL next season.
Beautiful. I'm of the opinion that should happen because we cannot continue to say we want our league to grow and we having such decisions over and over and over again.
I don't understand how the players that are fighting for the club on the pitch would feel when they see things like this happen, because I know they don't encourage this. There are senior men in that team. There's Rabiu Ali, there's Ahmed Musa. These are players that know what they want to do, not inviting fans to the pitch to disrupt matches and attacking match officials. That's not the way to go.
All right, and also I think I'm going to just preach fans orientation also going into next season for all clubs. Call your fans together, maybe through social media, whatever you can reach out to them, maybe physically, just have a fan orientation for next season that whatever it is you do is going to amp our chances, maybe to escape relegation, maybe to be on the top flight, maybe for continental sport, or maybe lifting the MPFL. We have our fines to pay, we're going to be deducted points, there are going to be fans banned from coming to the stadium. So there's so much to do when it comes to fan orientation come next season. We hope that these measures will be taking place and also
security also needs to improve.
Yeah, security needs to improve
because the MPFL are in charge of the security for the state for matches. So I think if they beef up their security as well, it's going to give fans the little chances of getting to unrestricted areas. Because I don't understand how easy it is for these fans to get to the pitch. We watch football everywhere in the world. Yes, there are 1 or 2 offenses or 1 or 2 players or 1 or 2 fans that get to the pitch maybe once in a while. It doesn't happen week in, week out. So if the result doesn't go your way or your team is not winning, it results to violence. So security also needs to improve in the MPFL as well.
All right, so let's move away from that and let's talk about the Nation-wide League 1. The game, they had games this week and it's the first game week on the table. I'm just going to talk about a certain team right here, Ibadan United FC. Fantastic team.
They're making waves on the internet.
They're making waves already. They had that game against, they went down to Osogbo to play that game. They picked up the victory 2-0. And for you right now, so we have different groups. We have your chapter or your center. We have Ilorin Center. We have the Group A. You go around, you look at Abeokuta Center. You look at the Naman Center table. You look at the Wekwan Center in the division of Kanta right there. We have so much Zaria Center. I think they just have to just put it together so that people don't travel. You are in the same confined space to play your game. But this pitch for me is really not it at all. It took me back to my secondary school. I'm like, my secondary school pitch was way better than this.
When I saw the video, even the handler that posted the video said the pitch was, I forgot the English you used to qualify the pitch. It was challenging, but still they overcame because this is not the playing surface we want to portray to the world. I think they need to improve on that. Yes, it's a new league, but what I enjoy from what they got right was the way they compartmentalized everybody. So it reduced cost of travel for teams and even allows fans to go away with their because this match was played in Ogbomoso. Ogbomoso is just 1 hour or 2 hours max from Ibadan. So that's to show you that it's preaching inclusivity, and maybe when they get more and more exposure they will increase the. When I checked online and so I saw loads about it, and I see that there's a league that is coming up, and let's see what happens in subsequent games in this season.
All right. Also, we have from Akure Center. Remember, the NLO is where you go from there to the NNL. From NNL, you promote down to the MPFL. So we have the Olukisment team also making wave when it comes to the Akure Center. For you, I think that's just what that's a team that has a great management system, a good confined space for them to work. They were able to get their first win.
Yes, you don't have the war chest or the financial war chest of big teams in the MPFL right now, even though it's not that huge for them. But still, in their own little way, in their little management and all, they can participate in competition like this and aspire to be in the top league. This is one step towards that. And if they get it right in this place, they can remodel that shape they've done and do it again in the bigger league. So big ups to them and big ups to the organizers of the competition. We hope to see better and more experience for them till season ends.
All right, great. We also have an update coming through from, Gift Orban, the Nigerian player and Verona attacker, might be facing possible sanctions after he was spotted, defending himself physically from an aggressive fan who already bashed his car earlier following the Verona loss to AC Milan. Now, according to the report that I got and also reading online, the fans wanted to ask for a signature, but there are times where the players were not just in the mood. Then the fan wanted to bash his car because he did not want to sign, and it resulted into violence. I wish I can have the video, played, but if we don't have it, this is the story. Now he has come out to apologize, to say, I'm sorry for whatever it is that happened. Maybe it was out of the emotions or whatnot. But we know that situations like this, the player gets the blame for all of this. Now especially mostly in Italy. It doesn't go in favor of the player.
Most times, we can go on and list players that have problems with the media and fans in Italy. Osimhen has his own fair share. We've had various players that have come to contact with fans. But for me, the box still likes that the players table because he's a role model. He's the one in face of the public. When we were mentioning the news now, we didn't talk about the fan because we don't even know the name of the fan yet. We don't know who he is yet or who he or she is. So it goes back to the player. They need to try and calm their emotions. Yes, it's understandable. Your team just lost in front of your fans against AC Milan. You are going back home. Yes, you might not be in the best of emotions, but if you won't sign the autograph, you shouldn't attack the opponent because the hammer will still come on your head. So he's apologized, but we know he's not going to go scot-free. He's going to get the necessary sanctions, and we hope we don't have a repeat of this occurrence again.
All right, there you have it. That's the update when it comes to Gift Orban situation right there in Verona. We get more updates from that scene to know maybe there are sanctions for him and also the fans. For me, I want sanctions also to go both ways.
You can't provoke someone and not expect them. They are humans as well. Because that's why we talked about the media focus on these players and athletes. They need that safe buffer for themselves as well because they are human beings. If you expect a fan to be hurt by someone's emotion, then the person that is meting out the emotions or the judgment issue also has his own feeling and he can also react. So if you are sanctioning A, you have to look for B as well and meet out the right punishment from me or she.
All right, let's move away from that. Let's take the update in the world of tennis quickly as how we have.
And his first win since Tokyo 2024, and he's tied Gael Monfils now as the Frenchman with the most Masters title. He has 4. So big ups to him and looking forward to his performance in the Madrid Open later this week. Also in Stuttgart, ATP Masters 500 in Stuttgart. Rybakina, she won the title. Fantastic win for her. And she got a Porsche. This is her second time winning the competition. And
beautiful Porsche.
Yes, it was fun. She celebrated it very well. And she was asked by the interviewer at the end that how does she feel now that she can drive her Porsche? The last time she got the Porsche, she was unable to drive because she wasn't able to get the license yet. But this time around now, she's able to drive and she's happy she got the Porsche now. But they are on tour with our team most times. They just have very few times to test run cars on the road, and they're always on flights, on the course training and all. But big ups to her. So this week, yesterday, the Lorient Sport Award rewarded the tennis world very well. Aryna Sabalenka and Carlos Alcaraz has got the Sportsman and Sportswoman Award of the Year consecutively. That was very beautiful to see. Other athletes who won. Rory McIlroy won the World Comeback. Lando Norris of the Formula One also got the World Breakthrough Award. It was just fun and very beautiful to see. In the Madrid Open this week, Carlos Alcaraz withdrew. He withdrew from the ATP Barcelona last week as well because he got injuries to his wrist, and that's putting him in doubt for Roland Garros to defend his title. But when there were questions asked about his performance at Roland Garros, he said he has his career in front of him. He shouldn't risk defending a title now when he has the chance to come back next year, and the extent of how he's going to stay outside of the pitch. For the Madrid Open, I talked about, Yannick Sinner is there, he's the top seed in this event. Zverev is there as well. Venus Williams got another wild card again, a 4th wild card. Is she going to get past the first round this time around? that we'll get to see. And it's a Masters 1000 event, and we know how much is at stake. On the WTA front, Sabalenka is there. She's yet to defend her title. Coco Gauff is there leading up to her clay season. She's the current champion for Roland Garros. Her performance here is very important because it's going to help her seeding going to the next round. So for now, those are the updates we have on the Madrid Open. The fixtures, the qualifiers are going on right now in Madrid. Various Koboli, a lot of other players are having their qualifiers right now. So post the qualifiers,
Carlos Alcaraz, speaking about his possibility for missing the Roland Garros, and he has said, "We'll see what the exam shows, but I prefer to come back a bit later rather than rush." That's the update. There you have it. He's speaking ahead of that one, and I think it's all good for him to.
Yes, just after he picked up the Lauren Sportsman Award of the Year, he was asked about the injury, and he had loads to talk about, and said it's not going to rush, and that's understandable. He won his first match in the Barcelona Open last week, but after the game, he noticed something in his arm and in his wrist and decided to withdraw from the competition. We thought he was going to be back for the Madrid Open, which is his home tournament this week, and he's on clay. It's clay season. Everybody expected him to be there, but he's missed. This is the second time he's missing it due to injury and for preparations for the Roland Garros, which is the big one happening next month in France.
All right, beautiful. That's the update coming through from Carlos Alcaraz, and I'm sure he has so much fans expecting him to be at the Roland Garros. Let's move away from that and let's talk about the world of basketball. As Anthony Edwards scored 30 points as the Minnesota Timberwolves staged a double-digit fight back for a series leveling 119 to 114 to upset of the Denver Nuggets in the NBA playoffs on Monday. The Titanic duel in Denver saw Wolves overturn an early 19-point deficit before a clinical fourth quarter display sealed with a crucial victory in their best-of-7 Western Conference first-round series. The Nuggets, 116 to 105 winners in Game 1 on Saturday, picked up where they left off with a blistering first-quarter performance that pushed them into 39 to 25 lead. Let me inform you that Edwards was backed by 24 points from Julius Randle, while Dante DeFrancanso added 16. Jamal Murray led Denver scoring with 30 points, while Nikola Jokic added 24 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists. Also, let me inform you that CJ McCollum scored 32 points and led a dramatic fourth-quarter comeback as the Atlanta Hawks overturned a 12-point deficit to score a series leveling 107 to 106 defeat to the New York Knicks. Atlanta, looked poised to fall to a 2-0 down in the series after trailing a confident Knicks lineup by as much as 14 points in the third quarter in the Madison Square Garden. After Brunson three-pointer caught the lead 107 to 106 to set up a frantic final, but Bridge missed an attempt to buzzer to beat down the New York, and Atlanta claimed the win. That's the update when it comes to the world of basketball, and I'm sure exciting right now. We have the playoffs in season. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting, and the results from what happened over the night earlier this morning was what you just read out, and that's what we want to see. It's beautiful. It's the NBA road to the World Championship. And this is where it begins.
All right, this is where the game begins. Trust me, it's going to be series upon series. We're talking of best of 7. So we are going 7. We're going 7, and it's back to back. Honestly, sport is not easy.
It's not easy, and for basketballers, I saw this debate about 2 or 3 weeks ago about what game is more intensive, what's more energy sapping. Is it football or basketball? And for me,
I'll say basketball.
I'll say basketball. I'll go with basketball because the court is very small, and because of the turnovers that happens in the game, it makes it intensive, and you have to keep going over and over again. And you have games, sometimes you play games back to back. You're on the road 2-3 days back to back, and
right now the best of 7 series is back to
back. You have to be at your best, and the injuries are not rewarding. It's so hard to play, and for basketball fans, this is the time to eat. For football fans, it's also time to eat because it's the rolling. So sports is rewarding right now.
So get your Byron and pen. I mean, get your pen and book ready just to get some bookies.
If it's on your phone or your tablet, you have to do your thing and you get it right.
All right, so let me inform you that Wolverhampton Wanderers are relegated. Confirmed already in the Premier League, and it's sad times for a player like Tolu Arokodare, a Nigerian-born striker, also being relegated. Not good news because that draw for Crystal Palace and West Ham finally secured, that exit. For you, let's look at the West Ham and Crystal Palace draw. How is it going to put their chance to escape relegation? Looking at where they are right now, it's Spurs on 18, Burnley 19, Wolverhampton Wanderers 20.
For me, I think the two teams that will join them, okay, maybe let me say the two teams that want to join them is Tottenham and Burnley. They've not done well for themselves. Tottenham have not won a game in 111 days in the Premier League this year. They are not that side right now. Brighton broke their hearts late in the game on Saturday. That late goal from point for them in the first half of the season. They couldn't get victory. They were defeat upon defeat, and this is what happens when you're not able to put points on the board. The race is now between West Ham, Spurs, and Burnley, and I think, like I said, Spurs and Burnley would join them. Burnley don't look like that side. They are playing Manchester City tomorrow, which I think most likely City will defeat them. Except they spring a surprise, and that would condemn them more. They are on 20 points. They are even far off. For Spurs,
way far off
right now. So for Spurs, they have to look to West Ham to drop points, and maybe Nottingham Forest to drop points, because Leeds did themselves a whole lot of good with back-to-back wins in the league against Manchester United and against Wolves during the weekend. So that has pushed them, and they just need 1 point to secure qualification.
Qualification away from relegation.
The 40-point mark for them to get. But for West Ham and Spurs, they still have lots to do. Both teams, I think, West Ham still have to play Arsenal and City before the season ends. So that's a big one for West Ham, and let's see what happens between both teams.
All right. Let me inform you that Tottenham Hotspur are still yet to get a win this year, 2026, and we hope that that situation turns around. Also, let me inform you that Chelsea. I just like to just remind them it's okay to remind them. But Chelsea has a game tonight against Brighton of Albion. For you, a victory for them, maybe give them a chance, to help them secure a qualification for the Champions League.
It's very important, but for me, Brighton are a very strong side at the moment. They have 16 points from the last 21 games, and that's to show you that one of the most informed teams in the league right now. They won 5, drew 1, and lost 1. The only one they've lost has been against Arsenal, and that's to show you how compact they are right now. The draw was one that also happened against Tottenham on Saturday. So, but they've not been able to win at home in 10 matches. They've drawn 4 and lost 3 games. So that's to show you that they're not still the best side too. Yeah. But one thing that is going in their favor is for their coach Fabian Ozila. He hasn't lost against any English coach since he got to the league. And Liam Rosino, we all know, is an Englishman. Yeah. He's played English coaches 9 times. Is this going to be the 10th victory for him against English managers? Let's see what's going to happen.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Let's look at other leagues across the world.
Before we leave, Chelsea have not scored in their last 4 games.
4 games. So honestly speaking, if I have the chance, I literally don't want to talk about Chelsea. Or I just feel that maybe tonight might just be the night they get the victory against Brighton.
Maybe they get the ghost night, because they also win at home. When they win away games when they play in the Premier League on Tuesdays. They lost 1-0 to Manchester United over the weekend. They lost to City. They lost to Newcastle. So for Chelsea right now, this is not the form they want. They need to score goals. The likes of Palmer, Joao Pedro, Alejandro Garnacho, they need to come to Fuan. For them, they'll be missing Estevao and Enzo Fernandez, who limped off. Both of them limped off in the defeat to Manchester United over the weekend. Maybe they will get back. Maybe they will sit out this game. That would be a big one for Liam Rosina and his boys tonight.
All right. I was speaking to a fan of, I think a Chelsea fan, and I said, how do you present your goal of the month at the end of the day, because you don't have a goal in this month? So they said they're going to pick from Port Vale.
Yes,
definitely.
Maybe Port Vale or from their under 17 or under 17. Or maybe
before we wrap up the show, because I have an update from WrestleMania. We're talking wrestling this wonderful morning. Let's look at other leagues across the world. There's La Liga.
Real Madrid will be against Alaves, and for Real, it seems their season is over, and they will go the second season consecutively without a trophy. And Florentino Perez has come out to condemn that and say this is not how they want to go. But it's looking likely that they won't get any victory, because currently they are 9 points behind Barcelona, the league leaders. If they win tonight before Barcelona plays, it cuts deficit down to 6. But that doesn't seem like they would get enough points on the board to the end of the season. So for Real Madrid, it seems that season is over, but they just have their pride to fight for right now.
In the Serie A, Inter Milan come for you? Nobody stopping them again?
Almost there. They are 12 points ahead of AC Milan, because Napoli lost over the weekend to Lazio 2-0. So AC Milan were able to get a 1-0 victory, which took them back to second position. They are 12 points behind Inter Milan. Inter Milan won 3-0. So for Inter Milan, their destiny is in their hands. When they win, I think they just need 1 or 2 victories more in the last 5 games to confirm their title. But aside from the title challenge,
Yeah,
the
the
race,
sports,
the race,
yeah.
the race for
If you
the
can have the league, please.
the
Yeah.
race for the Champions League spot is eating up as well. Como lost to Lazio and to
Yeah.
Como lost over the weekend to Sassuolo 2-1, and that has hampered their victory. It's left their chances of moving into the top 4 positions, automatic qualifications in the Serie A. In the top 4 positions right now, we have Inter Milan, AC Milan, Napoli, a bit from the chasing pack of Como, Atlanta, and Lazio. For me, the surprise for me in Serie A this season is Fiorentina. I thought they were going to relegate because of their performances earlier in the season, but now they look like they've gotten it, and they will stay in the league till the end of the season. So for the Champions League spots in Serie A, Juventus, Como,
Roma.
Atlanta, Roma are all in for the right in the running.
All right, beautiful. There you have it on the screen, the running for the Champions League sport when it comes to the world of Serie A. We need to move quickly. Let's take update from the stable of WrestleMania that happened over the weekend. Let me inform you that Jacob Fatu picked up the victory against Drew McIntyre. Fantastic fight. There you have it. Remember, is the cousin, to Roman Reigns, the brother to the Usos, blood brothers to the Usos. Big fight for him to get that victory in WrestleMania. You look at Brie Bella and Paige. Fantastic to see Paige back. I was super excited to see Paige come back to wrestling.
Any reason why you like
fantastic. I was super excited to see Paige back. Also, you look at Becky Lynch, picking up the victory, the Intercontinental title. She won that one, over the weekend. Then we have the Nigerian Nightmare. You're talking Obafemi picking up the victory against Brock Lesnar. And there are reports right now that Brock Lesnar has, done his race in WWE, because after this match, dropped his glove, his shoelaces, removed everything and dropped it.
I think it's just showmanship. If he gets the right contract, he's going to come back.
Okay. The Intercontinental Champion.
I actually see him defeating Obafemi this weekend. Obafemi looked like the big stage, and that's what we want to see from him.
Right. He's a Nigerian and we're rooting for Obafemi. Also, and still, defending Intercontinental Champion Penta picked up that one. Also, let me inform you that Trick Williams, won the United States champion right there. Fantastic one for Trick Williams, from the NXT. Fantastic ride for him, and able to pick up that one. Also, let me inform you that the Demon, Finn Balor, against Dominic Mysterio. I'm talking about the son of Rey Mysterio. Finn Balor was able to pick up that victory against Dominic Mysterio. And the final one was the Chief. I'm talking about Roman Femi, because Roman Reigns has called him out to say, come on, I've done this over time. And right now, I'm going to be here all summer. And if you want to see me, you have not done anything. But here I am. I'm Roman Reigns.
Where to find me, and that's what he wants. Is that showmanship? That is what the WWE is all about. You have to call out the big names if you want the big fights to come your way. Obafemi just defeated Brock Lesnar.
Yes, a big fight for him also.
A very big fight for him. So this is the story we want to see. This is what the fans are clamoring for. And we hope the WWE gives us that, and we want the excitement that comes with it.
Beautiful. And we'll be here to give you the excitement that comes with the WWE. Definitely giving you more updates across all sports right here on the go. Wednesday is going to be amazing. We have the striker who is in form for Shooting Stars, Kamara Degoke, is going to join us in the studio tomorrow. So make sure you're locked in and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends to be part of it. We're going to have an amazing time right here tomorrow. This is where we draw the curtain on today's show. I want to say a big thank you to the producer and also to the crew. But I'm going to leave you, with the game that went down for Shooting Stars, picking up the victory away from home right there to El Kanemi Warriors. Enjoy this one and stay blessed, and bye for now.